Hello everyone, my name is Devin, also known as DH Artist, and welcome to part 2 of my Disney Infinity Marvel toy box, Thor, Asgard Raceway. Now I hadn't planned on being back in this toy box so quickly, but I received so many positive comments and feedback that I couldn't pass up the opportunity. Much of that feedback was from players wanting to do more in Asgard, or at least asking what else could be added along with the racetrack. So today I'll take you on a much shorter build process, and hopefully it'll give you some ideas on what you could do in your toy box. Now before we get started, don't forget to check out my other Disney Infinity videos, as well as my deep dive series where I cover a variety of comic books cover to cover. If you enjoy these types of videos and want to see more content like it, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's jump into the toy box. So we're back here in the toy box that we built in my previous video, and we're going to go ahead and add on to the area. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go to the terrain, and we're going to grab the tall terrain block, and we'll start over here on the right hand side. We'll place one down right here, right where along the side there, and we're going to move this direction going off to the edge. And first, let's go ahead and grab the staircase. Bring it back over, rotate it around, and we're going to place 3 levels of these. So we'll place 2 here, 1 and 2. Go down and over, and we're going to place 1 and 2. And go over and down and place 2 and 1. Perfect. Now I'll go ahead and grab this tall terrain block, and I'll go ahead and place it just beneath the staircase, just to create the illusion that the land has come out that far. And I'll go ahead and place 4 of these terrain blocks down. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and grab the long flat terrain block, and I'm going to line it up just to the edge of this base block, but then I'm going to nudge it in just half a nudge, so right there, so just that half point. And I'm going to go ahead and place it down there. And then we can go ahead and head back over to the other side, because it's just going to be, again, a mirror image of the right-hand side. So I'm going to place 5 of these terrain blocks down, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to come up and just put it there at the edge on the other side, right there. And then we can go ahead and grab the staircase again. Rotate it around. And place 1, 2, then 1 and 2, and then 2 and 1. Perfect. Alright, go ahead and grab that terrain block again, and drop it down, and then drop it down. Perfect. So go ahead and pick up the long flat terrain block, and you're going to come over here. Now this will only work if you adjusted it the first time through. So when we started the build, I went ahead and had you place this low flat terrain block down. And as you notice, there's a lot of empty space down here. So what you want to go ahead and do is go ahead and remove this block here. And you're going to place in that long flat terrain block. And you're going to go ahead and adjust it. I like to bring it all the way over until it hits the pond pieces there. You see them go red, bring it back, so everything is yellow. The staircase, all the pillars, everything is yellow there, and that is the place that you want to place that long flat terrain block. And it should work out for you there. And again, that's only if you used the short terrain block the first time around when you built this toy box. So I'm going to go ahead and place it right there. And then what you'll want to go ahead and do, and I'll do it just for the sake of this video, is I like to go in and just double check that everything is there and it's all aligned, so you're not having any areas where the player can just fall right off. So I'm checking over here, looks good. Yep, over here on this side this looks good too. But again, if you're getting any red, any bounding box issues, just double check that space you have there. Okay? So moving along, let's go ahead and go down to the tiny terrain block, and we're going to place 8 of these down. So go to the corner, line it up just there to the edge, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you're going to repeat that process along the other side. You're going to line it up just with the corner there and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. And let's see. Then with the middle there, you're going to want to go ahead and line it up just to the edge. Let's see how to do this. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick that block up again. Let's go to the back first. We're going to run them along the back. You're going to place, I believe it's 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 down. So 4 along the back. And then right to the edge on the front side, you're going to place 4 of them down. And now, let's see, let's head over. We're going to go down till we get to the cave section. Let's see. Here we go. So you're going to want to look for the cave tunnel. And you're going to place a few of these down. You're going to place 1 here, 1 there. Go ahead and rotate it along the back side there. You're going to place 1 and 1. And then you're going to place 2 more down on the other side. Let's see if we can get a better angle here. So as you can see, you're building a tunnel through that section that you have left. Now we're going to grab the cave bend section. So this is that curve. And you're going to rotate it around till you find that corner spot. Perfect. And then we're going to come over here to the other side and rotate that around. And perfect. Place that down. And then we just need the ground to be just the right size. So let's go ahead and pick up that tiny terrain block again. And I think it is the thin and tiny terrain blocks. You'll want to go to that, drop it down just a smidge, line it up, and you're going to want to build it across there, going all the way over. And, whoops, nope. There it is. 2 and, dang it. Let's go back. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. It's so particular sometimes. There we are. And again, we'll go ahead and just test this out. We'll run over here and you want to double check there's no areas where the player can fall through. But yeah, that's the cave there. Looks pretty good. Runs along here. Yeah, looks good. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick up that cave tunnel and drop it back down again. We're going to place 2 waterfalls out here. We're going to place 1 there and there, so that'll almost cover up the cave entrance. And then you can go ahead and pick up this piece up top here by the racetrack, the Fantasy Terrain Strip number 2. And we're going to place 3 of these down. We'll place 1 between the 2 waterfalls and then 1 on either side of the waterfalls. So 1 there and there. Perfect. So now let's go ahead and place the railings down. So we'll come back over here to this right-hand side. You can go ahead and pick up the long Asgardian railing, and you can go ahead and replace that with an Asgardian railing inner corner, and then use the very short Asgardian railing to connect the 2 there. Then you can go ahead and place 2 of them down right along this side because you'll need them there, and grab this Asgardian railing outer corner and place that on the edge. And then you can place this railing end right at the edge just before the stairs start and grab 2 more of those very short railing pieces and place them there. Now we'll go ahead and come down to this lower level. You can use that railing end piece just there at the edge of the staircase. Grab a couple of these long Asgardian railings, run them along the side. Then let's go ahead and grab the outer corner, place it there. And then we'll use a few of the very short Asgardian railings to connect those 2 sections. Go ahead and place 2 of them down here. And then go ahead and use that inner corner to connect the pair. We can move across the way here, place 1 down there, put the outer corner there on the edge, and then you can use the end railing there right before the staircase. Go ahead and place down a few of these long railings. And we'll use a few of the very short railings to connect all these up. There we go. Now we'll head up to the top section. We'll go ahead and grab that long railing and we can change that into the end railing piece, and we'll place that by the staircase there. We'll go ahead and use the outer corner here at the edge, and then the inner corner there at the other side. Then let's go ahead and connect them up with the very short Asgardian railing. There you go. So now we've got those all connected. Alright, so moving along, let's go ahead and go down here to this base terrain plate that we've got, and we'll pick it up, place it back down. So now we'll go ahead and find the small flat terrain block, go ahead and line it up with the center, come out here to the edge, and you're going to place 3 of them down. So one in the middle, one on the left side, and one on the right side. Perfect. Then we'll come out here to the actual plants, and we're going to go ahead and place down a fantasy terrain number 2 on this side, just next to that railing. And then we can rotate it and go back across to the other side and place one there. Then you can come out here and place 2 of them down. One will be on these 2 terrain blocks here, and one will be on the line here for these other 2 terrain blocks. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and come to the fantasy terrain corner number 1, and you're going to place them on each of the corners. So one here, one on the corner of this block here. Rotate it, and let's head back across and place one there, and place one here on this edge. Perfect. Now we'll go ahead and combine these all together with some more railing pieces. So I'm just going to pick up this very short piece. We're going to go ahead and use the long railing and place it just between these 2. Connect them up using the very short railing. And then we'll come back over here. Let's grab that long railing and we'll place one here. And then we can use that end railing piece and connect it right there. Now for these sections in the back, we can just go ahead and use the Asgard railing. That'll fit nicely there. And you can head across to the other side and place one there. We'll go ahead and use that long railing here in the middle, and then connect either side with the very short railing. And back over on this side, we'll use that long railing here, and then end it with the railing end piece. On this edge here, we'll go ahead and use the long railing and then connect again either side with that very short railing piece. Now we'll head back down to the plant section. And this time we're going to go over, we're looking for some of the Asgardian plants. The Asgardian corner foliage railing. And just here, we'll line it up with that tree and just make sure it's right in the middle of that waterfall. Place one there, rotate it around, and you're going to place one here on the edge. And then go ahead and rotate that around, come back over to the other side for that second waterfall, place one there, right along the side there with that tree. And rotate it around and place it right there across there. So now we'll go ahead and pick up the corner number 1, and we're going to go to corner number 2. And you're going to line it up there with that waterfall. So we're going to drag it across here, and let's see, is it right on the line? Let me check here. Let's rotate it. So it's not quite on the line. Let me make sure I'm still in line here with that fence. Yeah, it's still there. So it's not quite on the terrain line, but it's right over the edge of it, right along that side. So you're going to place one down there, rotate it, place another alongside, rotate it, place one there, and then rotate it again, placing one right there. Perfect. So it's not quite on that terrain line. We'll come back over to this side. Let's see, I think it's right here. Let's line it up. Oh, gotta nudge it just a smidge. There we go. So line it up there with that piece. Come over, and it's not on that line. It's just off to the edge. Place 1, 2, 3, and There we go, 4. Perfect. And I think that is it. So that will do it for all the pieces we need down here. So now we come to the fun part. We're going to go ahead and convert the style for all of our pieces down here. So let's go ahead and grab the terrain first, and we're going to go ahead and change the style over here to the Golden Realm of Asgard, and you're going to go ahead and change Theme All, and select Yes, because we're just going to choose Asgard for the whole toy box. So that should convert. Perfect. Then go ahead and grab any of these trees here, and we're going to go ahead and change the style for this to be that Asgard floral corner. And make sure you theme all. There we are. Perfect. Alright, so then we're going to grab the staircase, and we'll go all the way over here. I believe it's to the right hand side. And there it is. You're going to go ahead and grab Asgardian and choose Theme All. Of course, I forgot one tiny thing. I went ahead and placed a few of these small floating cliffs on either side of the toy box. So I'm going to place one here at the corner, as long as I can line it up just right. So I get it right to the edge and drop it down, and place one here, rotate it around and just head across and place one there. And then we're going to go ahead and grab the large rounded cliff, and you're going to kind of line it up with that terrain block there, but you're going to let it hang off the edge. So place one there. Go across and right about there. Looks good. And then I'm going to use it across on this other side, just underneath that railing. I'm going to line it up and let's see, nudge it. Perfect. I'll place one there. And then we're going to cross to the other side and place it right here. And then don't forget to change the style for these. There we go. Now we're looking good. So that's it. So now we've got this little lower courtyard added on now to our main build. And I got some waterfalls back here with the cave entrances where you can store some stuff back there, have battles, maybe a little maze system. Let's go ahead and throw in some logic. So now I thought it would be fun to add some enemies to this toy box. So now let's go ahead and grab some of the Creativi-Toys that we'll need. So first we'll want to make sure we have the enemy wave generator. I'm going to use 2 of these targets. And then I place down 6 locators just so we have them ready to go. So first what you'll want to do is head over here to the enemy wave generator, and we're going to go ahead and link up the locators. So go new locator connection, and we'll just start with this one here at the corner. Choose that as a spawn location. We'll head back, go back to new locator connection, choose spawn location, and you'll just repeat this process for the 6 locators or however many locators you want to use. You'll just repeat this process here. Now let's go over here to the target. We're going to choose a new logic connection, and we'll go ahead and choose hit, and go over here to this enemy wave generator and choose generate wave. And we'll go ahead and repeat that process for the second target. And now let's go ahead and change the properties for the enemy wave generator. So let's head down here, let's choose configure wave. For this, let's go ahead and just make it let's do 1 frost giant. Perfect. We'll choose this one here. Let's head to the properties. We're going to choose the random locator. We're going to go ahead and leave the countdown enabled off. We're going to change the delay to 0. And let's leave these both off and choose the team as none. And now let's go ahead and test it just to make sure everything's working. Cool, so we know it works.
Do not despair.
So maybe Thor had Heimdall place this intricate targeting system up so that whenever he wants to fight enemies, all he has to do is hit the target with his hammer and Heimdall will send a frost giant to him. So now we'll go ahead and move the targets into place. I'm going to go ahead and place mine back here on the waterfalls that were here. So we'll place one here. And then head back over and grab the other one. And place it on the other waterfall. There you go. Now you can go ahead and move the locators. Let's go ahead and hide them around the toy box here. So these will be the different locations that the frost giants can appear in. This is always the hardest part. I keep rearranging it as I go. Grab this guy and let's put him down in the cave. So maybe Thor has to go in there to fight some guys. And it can be total preference wherever you'd like to add the locators. And we'll leave that guy there in the middle, I think. And then we can go ahead and change the wave now. I think we had just one frost giant. Let's go ahead and up the ante. So maybe Heimdall sends in the maximum. Let's see. There you go. He sends in 10 of them. So there we go. Oh, let's go ahead and move this, move it down under the terrain so the player doesn't see it. And now let's go ahead and test it out. Alright, so I think that is all of them. I gotta head back here into the caves and check those out, see if there's anybody hiding. So there you go. That's just some of the additions you can make to the Asgard toy box. And I hope that gives you some ideas as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to check out my other Disney Infinity videos, and to please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Take care everyone, and thanks again for watching.